Thanks for staying with us. Let's take you to a very interesting story now. After weeks of dispute among members of the Nigerians in Diaspora organization Europe, the organization is holding its annual general meeting this weekend. On top of the agenda is the election of a new leadership for the organization. We recall that more than 150 members dissolved the leadership of the Central Executive Committee led by Mr. Bashiru Obashikola over concerns that alleged mismanagement, constitutional breaches, and financial accountability lapses. Well, joining us to discuss this is a member of the NIDO Europe Project and Media Committee, Mr. Peter Omoragbo. It's good to have you join us on TVC News at 7. Finally, you're going to be having an annual general meeting. Talk us through what this meeting is meant to achieve.
Thank you very much, TVC, for having me, and I commend you for your steadfastness. Now, every 2 years, the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization Europe holds their annual convention to elect new officers. And so this year is our annual general meeting election year, and it started since on Thursday, the 7th of this month, and is concluded tonight. And I want to proudly announce to you that in the last 30 minutes, the elections were concluded. And as I speak to you, the NIDO Europe now has a new leadership of the Central Executive Council under the leadership of Councillor Harold Ogunfemi with 9 other members of the Executive Committee. And so it is our pleasure to announce that. And now, what are we trying to achieve? What we try to achieve by this is to maintain the constitutionality and the rule of law of the organization we represent. We are in Europe and we are in developed nations, and we are supposed to provide leadership and exemplary role model to our brothers in Nigeria. So, but it's also very unfortunate that some of us who came out of Nigeria left Nigeria, but Nigeria has not actually left them. The Nigerianness in them that does not respect the rule of law and does not respect to nationality is still there. And that was what explained the crisis that you reported about a week or 2 ago, where a group of disgruntled members...
I was actually really particular. I'm thinking in my head, so how did you resolve this weeks of dispute with just an AGM?
Okay, what happened is that in a group, you can never please everybody. There are those who would agree with you and those who don't agree with you. But the bottom line or the final arbiter is the court of law. And so when the other group went about illegally and not constitutionally to proclaim themselves as the new leaders of NIDO Europe, we of course came out to let them know that yes, under the constitution of NIDO Europe and under the laws of the UK, that is the Company Act 2006, what they did was unconstitutional and illegal, and so we're the authentic leadership. They went to court. Within this week, we had 3 court cases, 2 injunctions and 1 ex parte motion to stop this election from holding in Greece, in Athens, Greece. And the first ex parte motion on Tuesday was dismissed immediately, and then the 2 other cases were to be heard on Friday the night, which was yesterday, and to the glory of God, the other guy has to withdraw. That is one of the contestants to the chair. His name is Honorable Chibuzo. He had to withdraw his case. And then the leadership of the other camp in NIDO's UK went to court, and the court dismissed their injunction preventing this AGM and said this AGM can go on. Of course, you know the meaning of that. If the court of law could recognize and give authenticity to what we are doing here, that shows that yes, we are the authentic NIDO Europe. So we cannot rule out the dissatisfaction of the other group. But if you are in doubt, you go to court. The court settles issues. And so I am proud to announce to you, like I said earlier, that as it is right now, we have a new leadership in NIDO Europe, and we want to hit the ground running. And of course, the new leadership is also going to reach out to those who are disgruntled, who are not happy, and extend the hands of the olive branch of peace to them. But you cannot force relationship. But we want to respect and maintain what the rule says, and whatever compromise on the standards and the rule of law. as far as NIDO Europe is concerned. That is what we are bringing about from this AGM.
So you're saying that you're extending an olive branch to those you suspended?
Yeah. Well, no, they were the one who claimed to have suspended the authentic leaders. So we didn't suspend them. They walked away and set up a new group for themselves. But we told them that as long as you have the right to belong or not to belong, you do not have the power to suspend a legitimate executive council. That was what we told them. So we did it, but I must also say that part of the resolution today at the AGM was that those arrowheads who choose to walk away. So the AGM has endorsed their cessation of membership because they were not expelled, they were not suspended, they choose to walk away. Since you moved away from the organization and you refuse to be identified with it, so the AGM today in Greece, in Athens, Greece, has ratified their walk away. And so from today, they cease to be members of the organization. But those who are still prepared to work with the new organization, the new leadership, and they have a rethink, and they feel they've been misled, because a lot of people have been misled into thinking that what these arrowheads were doing was right. But if they also accept our olive branch, of course, we are ready to work with everybody because our interest is homeland development. We are Nigerians in diaspora, so we are not paid for this job. But let me quickly say why this group of people are interested in trying to usurp or take over.
I don't think you should malign anyone's character, sir. So I don't want us to malign anyone's character.
All right.
Because one would wonder why the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization Europe is really embroiled in these weeks of dispute. Is there, what did the leaders of this organization stand to gain? What are the benefits that you guys are all scrambling about?
That's a good question. We are not being paid, but let me just hazard a guess. What most Nigerians believe is that once they have opportunity to lead any organization, they see it as a ladder to get political recognition back home. So I want to let you know that the game plan is 2027. So that is why some people are bent in trying to see how far they can get this power, so that when they go, they want to go to Nigeria and say, yes, we represent the Nigerian diaspora in the continent of Europe. And so they want to get that recognition. But that is not what we are for. We are here for service. We are here to provide with intellectual ability, intellectual services to people back home. What we lack in Nigeria is so much, but we have a lot of resources out here that what we should do is to see how we can serve. So I cannot explain why they are doing it, but whatever it is their agenda, what we believe that yes, they must do it. If they want to pursue any ambition, they must do it within the ambit of the law and the constitution of the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, NIDO Europe. That is what we stand for.
A member of the NIDO Europe Project and Media Committee, Mr. Peter Omoragbo, thank you so much for talking to us. And it's good that you have been able to resolve all of your differences. Hopefully you really extend that olive branch to the other members.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Let's go to other stories now, talking